Well, A Taste for Life is almost here. It's an event that brings restaurants and chefs from across the city together for a wonderful cause. It helps those vulnerable living with HIV. We have Patrick Morley from Bruce House who's joining us, as well as Anish Mehra from East India Company. We are in the CTV Morning Live Des Laurier Kitchen to help bring awareness to this wonderful event. Thank you so much for being with us, gentlemen.
Our pleasure. Yeah.
So tell us more about how the city's coming together for this wonderful cause.
Right, so on Wednesday evening, we're inviting people to dine out at one of our participating restaurants. There's 14 on the list. And 25% of your bill that night is donated to Bruce House.
Amazing.
Anyone who can make a donation is welcome to do so, but just by eating out, you're helping people.
Excellent. Here's a list right here if you're interested. Places like Absinthe Cafe, Citizen Coconut Lagoon, really too much to name all in this moment, but all of this is available online. So if you dine out Wednesday evening, you're dining out for a good cause.
Absolutely.
Okay, and tell us more about the need for the community who's living with HIV right now.
So absolutely. So, you know, everybody now thinks that with treatments for HIV, it's no longer serious, but the reality is it's a lifelong infection. So there are already medical side effects of an HIV infection. In addition, for anyone who's vulnerable, taking a pill a day, seeing your doctor regularly falls by the wayside. So if you don't have a safe place to sleep, if you don't have food for your kids, or if you're dealing with, say, heart issues, cancer, and you don't have a support system, then you cannot monitor a lifelong chronic condition like HIV.
Right, medical advancements have come a long way, but it doesn't mean that we need to forget about those living with HIV.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand. The East India Company is supporting this wonderful event. Tell us a little bit more about the participation or desire to participate.
We've been a part of A Taste for Life for 21 years.
Amazing.
I think we're probably one of the longest standing restaurants that have been doing this. And we think it's great. Like when they first approached us, the idea was great because people often approach us for support. But this is one of the few events where we get to support, but they bring us so many guests to the restaurant to come taste our food, experience the culture, and at the same time support this great cause.
All right, tell us more about the food that you offer at East India Company.
So we are a South Asian restaurant. East India Company has been around for about 50 years in Canada. Some of the dishes I've got for you today are chicken biryani, chickpea curry, butter chicken, a lot of gluten-free options, a lot of vegan options, a lot of vegetarian options. And today I'm going to get you to do a little bit of work.
Okay.
We're going to be making golgappa chaat, an Indian street food.
Okay.
So if it's okay, I'll get you to pick up one of these shells.
Okay.
And we're going to crack it open.
Shell.
Very popular across India. Oh yeah,
One
easy
big
to
crack.
do. Yep. And then you add in the toppings that you'd like. So we're going to do a very traditional one. So we've got chickpeas and spiced potatoes in there.
Okay.
A little bit of our homemade yogurt. We still make the yogurt fresh in the restaurant a couple times a week. And then I've got a little bit of our mint chutney, which is a little bit spicier. So it has a nice kick to it. I wouldn't add too much of that, just a touch.
Just a little bit of this guy. Spicy, you said?
Spicy, that's got some kick. But then to balance it out, we've got tamarind chutney, which is
Some
sweet.
sweet?
Some sweet. And then, of course, a little bit of garnish. I'm making a little bit of a mess. That's okay. That's part of the fun. And then this street food, you have to be very careful. You eat it in one shot.
Okay. So one bite. Garnish.
One and done. Perfect. Yeah, very popular across India. It does sweet, spicy, savory, all at once. Crunch, soft. People eat it on a regular basis, and it's part of our buffet this Wednesday night.
How much should I be eating at once? Because I feel like I could just devour all of it.
Yeah, that often happens. People will go through a plate of that. Yeah, just that street food.
Amazing. So East India Company, where are you located in particular?
We have two locations in Ottawa.
Okay.
One is downtown on Somerset and Elgin, and then we have one in Bell's Corners. I would like to say, I'd like to tell guests, join us at the Bell's Corners location. We're almost fully booked up at our Somerset location.
Okay.
We've got some bookings available after 8 p.m. this Wednesday, but come join us at the Western location. We've got space for you there. We'd love to support.
Wonderful. So tasteforlife.org is where you can find out the full list of restaurants. Again, there are 14 across the city that are participating. You're helping to support a wonderful cause, places like Bruce House and those living with HIV. So we also want to, there it is again, there's that list. And if you know of a restaurant or a chef that we should be featuring here on CTV Morning Live, please give us a shout, ottawa.morning@ctv.ca.